Okay, so we might get started in Virasana this morning. So, go in easy so that you can sit comfortably. So you might need quite a little bit of height to prop up the hips, and wherever you can comfortably work is fine. So it doesn't matter if you need quite a lot of height, like a non-bolster type shape to sit on, but you want to be able to sit with your hands free and just be able to kind of rest into it. And so to begin with, just think of letting the sit bones melt down and the lower part of your back to lengthen down into the surface that you were sitting on. Of course, if Virasana isn't available, then you can just sit cross-legged or even just sitting on your heels if that's available to you. And you can even put a blanket across the calves and sit up like that. So you can kind of, rather than sitting in Virasana, just sit up a little higher like this on your heels, on the knees. Lengthen wherever you're sitting, lengthen down through the back of the spine and lift up through the front of your chest. And start to welcome a deep diaphragmatic breath. So really feel the breath moving into the belly and this space around the diaphragm. Taking my shirt off just yet because it's a little cool still, but this space around the diaphragm moving out to the sides as much as forward and back, so that there is this expansion around the space of the diaphragm and the whole abdomen expands. And invite your breath to become smooth and effortless. And belly soft. So a couple of minutes of diaphragmatic breathing throughout your day, first thing in the morning and then a couple of times throughout the day, really trains your body to get the breath down low in the body, get the diaphragm both relaxed but also functioning and strong so that we can continually move our body back into this state of rest and digest. If we're not able to access the diaphragm properly, then we are more likely to be in a constant state of fight or flight. So bring the breath down, let the diaphragm and the space around the circumference of the diaphragm expand on the inhale and contract on the exhale. And you could even move the arms with this. Inhale, bring the arms out. Exhale, draw them in. And the way that you are smoothly moving your arms is really cueing the body and the mind to work in harmony with the breath. Shaping breath and shaping mind simultaneously. You could have a slight ujjayi constriction at the back of your throat here. So it feels as if you're breathing in and out of your throat, even though you are breathing in and out of your nose. Good, all right. Stay here. Let's just add an arm bind. So we'll externally rotate the left arm, bring it up. You may need to place the strap or the towel in the left hand here. Bend the elbow, internally rotate the right arm, and take the bind behind you. And we'll take a few breaths. Continue to work with this diaphragmatic breath here, lifting up out of the belly at the same time. You could have your eyes closed or gently focused on a still point on the horizon, on the eye level. So the belly is still soft and moving, expanding and contracting with the breath. 3 more rounds here. Good, and then we'll release. Bring the arms down. Perhaps you'd like to roll the shoulders a couple of times, and then we'll take the other side. So we'll bring the right arm out, externally rotate the right arm, reach up, bring the hand down, internally rotate the left arm, and take the bind, either using the strap or just the hands. And again, come back to diaphragmatic breathing. Three more rounds here. Good, beautiful. And release. Roll shoulders up and back and down. Sit back just for a moment in the hips again. Lift up out of the belly. 3 more slow deep breaths. You can always place your hand on your belly as a mechanism of feedback to really get the belly moving for this diaphragmatic breath. Good. And then from there, we'll gently get up. So it's been a long sit in Virasana. So particularly if we do feel any tension in this pose, lift up out of the knees so that you're not twisting the knees as you move out of the pose. You can leave any props off to the side, and then we'll bring the toes together, knees wide. Extend your arms out in front of you And let's take a few movements here from side to side in your child's pose. I like to press down through my palms and keep the forearms lifted away from the floor so that I can then move from side to side with the breath and open up not only through the hips but through the shoulders and the lateral seams of the body here. Prioritize a steady, stable 1-to-1 ratio of breath here. Moving the breath right down into the belly. So the focus right throughout the class will be the integrity of this diaphragmatic breath. Good. And then we'll come up onto all fours. Straighten my mat. I absolutely have to have my mat straight in line with the line of the floor. We'll inhale, open the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press back, downward facing dog. And we'll take a few of those with that breath. Let your breath lead. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, back, 2, 3, 4. Let's take 5 of those. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. 3 more in your own time. You don't necessarily have to count the breath, but the idea is you do want an even count in and even count out. And of course, the counting of the breath can be a way to further anchor the mind. But like any yogic tool that we use, we want to be able to let it go. So if you no longer need to count the breath in order to work with a steady, even inhalation and exhalation, last one, then you don't need to count. You can just let the mind rest on that sound of the gentle ujjayi breath. Okay, let's hold here in downward facing dog. Perhaps move the hips from side to side. Further open out through the lateral seams of the body. Good. And we'll step the left leg forward through to the inside of your left hand. Hands either side of your front foot and lift the chest. Take a deep breath here. Get the hips down nice and low so that they're in line with the front knee. Draw your right hip in towards the midline. Take another deep breath as you open through the chest. And as you exhale, twist to the left. Navel draws in so you can move into a deeper twist. And then let's start to move this top arm. So we'll inhale, sweep the right arm over and past the ear. And as you exhale, bring it back up, move more deeply into the twist. Good, inhale, sweep the arm up and over. You can even bow the right side body a little. And then exhale back into the twist. 3 more, take yourself through. Of course, you could be counting the breath here. Beautiful. Bring the hand down, step back, sweep your left leg all the way up to the sky. and then place it back down. Beautiful. We'll look forward and step the right foot all the way through to the inside of your right hand and pause for a minute again. Come back to enjoying the deep abdominal breath. Beautiful. Take another breath. As you exhale, twist to the right this time. Continue to draw your right hip in towards the midline. And then from there, we can inhale, take the right arm over and past the ear. Exhale, bring the arm back up, twist a little deeper. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 3 more rounds. Take yourself through. Release the hand. Step back, sweep the right leg all the way up. And then exhale, place it down. Beautiful. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to the floor, particularly for this first one. Inhale, curl up, just a little baby back bend. So lengthen out of the spine, same as we've been working with this whole week in my classes. Exhale, tap the toes, press back, downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths here, breathe into the belly. And as you breathe into the belly, feel the kidneys expand, the adrenals get some love, feel that whole circumference around the level of the diaphragm expands. So the diaphragm extends out to the sides as much as forward and back. Beautiful. Let's start to walk the feet forward to the front. Fold over your legs, a little bend in your knees. Relax out through the head and neck. Take 2 breaths here. And as you exhale, let the exhalation be longer than the inhale. Draw the navel in with each exhale. 1 more breath here. Good. Inhale, flat back, lift your chest. Exhale, fall down. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up high. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Okay, so let's move through. We'll get a little bit of energy moving. So we'll move through 3 Surya Namaskars. And because we're getting into the hips, we might take a lunge and then a step forward or a jump forward. So let's inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, bow and fold all the way down. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, sweep your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. I'm going to be taking little back bends today because I don't want to pinch into the adrenals too much, and the intention for this practice is really to be quite calming, even though we will build a little bit of energy because we are struggling in some ways. So if you want to take the normal back bends moving into cobra and upward facing dog, you could do that. But be aware that, that's kind of diminishing the effect of the practice that we're going for today. And it's just a matter of being aware of what each facet of your practice, what the intention is, and working with it or against it. So we're really about building stability, building clarity, supporting the nervous system and the adrenals this week. Right? And then you can step forward or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Let's go other side. Inhale. Exhale. Maintain the integrity of the breath. Inhale. Exhale, left leg back. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands down. And slow on and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One breath here. Step or lightly jump towards the front. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. Good. Inhale, come on. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to add a little bit here. Inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, right foot goes back. Stay in the lunge. Inhale, lift the chest and open. Exhale. So lift and spread the toes. Keep the leg firm. Fold over the legs. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Extend and fold. 3 more with your breath. Savor your breath. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Step the foot back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale. Inhale, little back bend. Exhale, press back. One breath. Step forward. Inhale. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Other side, same idea. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, left leg goes back. Inhale, open. Exhale, straighten the front leg and fold. Inhale, lift the chest, bend the knee. Exhale, extend and fold. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Integrity of your breath is everything here. Press back. Adho Mukha Svanasana as you inhale, come forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, curl up. Keep the spine long, no pinching. Exhale, press back. A single breath here. Good. Step forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Good. Again, inhale, changing this again now. Reach your arms high. Exhale, bow and fold down. Inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, step the right foot all the way back. So we're stepping back into a Parsvottanasana, and we'll come up here. So front leg straight, point your right toes towards the front right hand corner of the mat. Inhale, sweep your right arm up, and as you exhale, extend and fold. If you have a block, you might want to make sure it's close by. Inhale, coming up. If you know that you round through the back quite a lot, then as we exhale and come down, I'm going to come halfway and try and just focus on lengthening the spine. Inhale, come back up, legs firm. Exhale, extend and fold. Inhale. Exhale, extend and fold. Good. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Good. Place your hand on the inside of the front leg. And if you need to, you can always bend the front left knee just to make it a little bit more accessible. Take a deep breath here. Deep belly breath, feel the whole torso. As you exhale, twist and revolve to the left. Take your left arm up towards the ceiling. Draw your left hip back. Keep both your legs firm and breathe. Good. Release, bring your hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, blow up, chaturanga. Inhale, curl up, keep the spine long, back of your neck long. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 breaths here to really come back into the belly, come back into diaphragmatic breathing. Try and picture your diaphragm in the center of your body, expanding out to the sides as you breathe. And this is, kind of flattens and moves down and extends out in all directions. The circumference expands, the belly moves out. Good. Look forward, step or jump towards the front. Inhale. I'm not jumping because A, it's not as easy when I'm talking, and B, because I'm looking to really calm myself throughout this practice, even though I'm building a little bit of heat. So again, it's that idea of what am I doing and why am I doing it? Or am I not doing something and there may be a reason for that? So, me personally, I really want to bring my nervous system down, really support my adrenals, and that way it's the intention for this class. You may not feel you need that so much, and so you're like, a jump forward is really, beneficial, energizing for me at this point, because my nervous system is already feeling really supported. So that extra bit of energizing or stimulation is totally okay for you this morning. So we're all in different places. Let's do the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot back. So we step back just into Parsvottanasana. So it's not quite as long as a lunge. We'll come up and adjust if you need to. Feet hip width distance apart. Point your left toes towards the front of the mat. Legs firm. And remember that this leg isn't locked out. There's a 1 or 2% bend. Muscles remain firm so you can move in and out with stability. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend and come forward. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, extend and come forward. Inhale, back up. 4 counts in, 4 counts out. 3 more, let's go. Last one. Hand on the inside of your front leg. Feel free to bend the leg a little bit more. Draw back through the right hip. Inhale. As you exhale, twist to the right and possibly take the right arm up to the sky. Now let's breathe. You're still breathing diaphragmatically here. Okay, and release. Bring your hands down, step back, and downward facing dog. You can rest and opt out of these vinyasas anytime you choose, of course. If not, let's join me, like with the last one. Inhale, no promises though. Exhale, inhale, exhale, come back. Alright, start to walk your feet towards the front of your mat and fold over your legs. Release your head and your neck here. And again, come back to extending the length of the exhale. Release any tension through the back of your neck. You could place the hands underneath the feet and walk into the hands to give the hands and the feet a little bit of a massage here. It'll be quite nice. Okay, release that. Inhale, lift your chest flat back. Bring your hands to the hips and come on up. Keep the chin down as you come up. Stand tall for a couple of breaths here. Okay. All right, so let's take the legs nice and wide here. We're going to move in to some twists to get into the hips. So at edges of your feet parallel, I think you'll know where we're going. One of my favorite twists is Krishnacharya's Trikonasana. So we'll move into the left side first. We're going to bend the left knee, arms out, inhale. Exhale, a little bend in the left knee as you twist to the left. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, back in. Same side. Breathe through the belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. Good. Hold here. So you can keep the hand here. And if it's too much to go all the way, you can always just bring the hand to halfway. From here, we're going to come back to this movement that we did at the beginning. So we inhale, extend the left arm forward. Exhale, move back into the twist. So draw the navel in, twist a little more deeply. Inhale, extend through the spine and the arm. Exhale, twist more deeply. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I think there's one more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Release your arms. Pause for a moment. Okay, let's go into the other side. Bring your arms out. As you exhale, bend into the right knee and twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now from here. Inhale, right arm over. Exhale, deep into the twist. Use your belly. Inhale, right arm over. Exhale. However you feel about this posture or this movement, I feel it with you. Exhale. 2 more. Good. Coming all the way up. And exhale, hands down. Good. Pause for a moment. Okay, let's come back into this bind that we did at the beginning and add a forward fold to it. So you can use a strap here if need be. We'll bring the left arm up, bring it down, internally rotate the right arm and take hold of the bind. We're not going to be here for too long, so it's about 5 breaths on each side. You can bend the knees a little, inhale, open through the chest. As you exhale, extend and fold. So as we've been doing all this week, we're not working a lot with back bends because of our intention for the practice. But what we are doing is sneaking in a lot of stuff through the shoulders and the arms so that we still get a lot of that release that people are often looking for in the back bends without overstimulating the adrenals. Three more breaths. Good. Bend the knees, lift on up, and release. Pause, perhaps roll the shoulders back. Feel your feet, feel your belly breathing. Okay, let's go into the other side. So this is my tight side, so I actually find it easier to get the bottom arm up first. So I internally rotate it and I help it up a little bit. And then internally rotate the top arm, so the right arm in this case, and take the bone. Of course, use the strap if that's where you're at. Inhale, exhale, extend and fold. Two more breaths. Inhale, all the way up. Ooh. Release the shoulders and the arms. Good. All right. Now from here, let's move into some variations with Parsvakonasana. So again, you're going to want to have your strap close by if you choose to move into the full expression that I'm offering. So we'll turn the right toes out, bend your right knee, reach your arms out. Let's just take 3 belly breaths in Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Now from here, bring your right elbow onto the right knee, and you can take the left arm around and tuck it into the right hip here. So we're in a half bind here. It's totally fine if you would like to stay here. Now, if you would like to go a little bit deeper, you could then take the right arm underneath and take the bind behind the legs. Now, continue to wrap your right hip underneath you as you twist and open the body up towards the ceiling. Deep diaphragmatic breathing here. Now, to go a little bit further, lift and spread the toes, engage the leg muscles of the right leg, and perhaps straighten, doesn't have to be all the way, through the right leg, and continue to try and lengthen the spine and revolve up towards the ceiling. Good. All right. And then from there, press down. You can release. Come all the way back up. Turn the toes in. Pause for a moment. Turn your left toes out. Warrior 2 on the other side. Bring the breath right down into your belly. Now bring your left elbow onto your left knee. You could just internally rotate the right arm and take the half bind here. And this is just perfect if you want to stay here while we go through. And then from there, if you would like to go a little deeper, take the shoulder down, bring your left arm underneath and take the bind here. And of course, again, let's wrap the left sit bone underneath us as you continue to twist up towards the ceiling and breathe. And then from there, you can lift and spread the toes, start to straighten the leg, don't go too far. So you want to go in with lots of awareness. And then continue to lengthen the spine and revolve up towards the ceiling. release. And come up, bring your feet together. Step your feet together. Fold. Stand taller. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. Maybe I'm going to forward fold now. We'll get there soon. We'll get our forward fold in just a moment. Forward folds are always a beautiful counter pose when we've twisted the spine in both directions. So they definitely are, a really nice way to finish off a sequence like that, which we are going into, but we've got just one more thing to do first. All right, so you could use a wall now if you would like to for a balance pose. Otherwise, just do it freestanding. And we'll bring the weight, shift the weight onto the left foot and hug the right knee into your chest. Now you could work with just the right knee. You could use a strap or the tea towel around the foot, particularly if you're working with the wall. And then bring the peace fingers to the big toe. Good. Extend the leg doesn't have to be straight. I'm going to use the wall today. And the leg doesn't have to be straight. You can have the knee bent, but keep the spine long. And then take the leg out to that's going to be the wrong side for you. Take the leg out to the right. Okay. Good. And then release, bring the leg down. Feel both feet on the ground. So easily. And this is a perfect demonstration that so easy to get wrapped up in something else and forget our foundation. So as I get wrapped up in teaching you guys and remembering my left or right, I forget these foundations. And so really placing the feet and looking at a still point that's not moving. So the place where we place our gaze and the outlook that we have really affects the balance that we find ourselves in any moment or any posture. So let's shift the weight onto the right foot. Get your still point that you're going to look at. Hug your left knee to the chest. Good. And if you're taking peace fingers to the big toes, go ahead and do that. Extend your leg and take it out to the left. And release. Stand tall. And take your feet wide. Bring your hands behind your back. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. As you exhale, extend and come. Okay. All right, so let's bring our hands down. And walk our hands back around into downward facing dog. 3 breaths here.
And then from there, we'll come down into child's pose. So toes together, knees wide, send your arms out in front, bring your forehead to the floor. Enjoy your breath, come back to the beauty of diaphragmatic breathing, but feeling this not only in the belly, but in the space around the kidneys, the space around the adrenals, and the sides of your body, just underneath the ribs. Okay, so let's come on to our bellies. And we'll do just a little bit of work to strengthen the back before we're going to do a lot more work to really stretch out this lower back part of the body and continue with this idea of releasing and supporting the adrenals. So forehead to the floor, and then we'll inhale, reach the right arm forward, lifting the chest. Exhale, sweep your hand back, turn your head to the left. Inhale, sweep your left arm forward. Exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, right arm. Exhale, head to the left. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, head to the right. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. And exhale, down. Beautiful. Just rest. Let everything surrender into the floor. Okay, now let's roll over onto our back. We're going to move into shoulder stand. So I'm definitely going to grab some blankets because I'm practicing on a hardwood floor. I know that you all won't have blankets at home, and so just be mindful of the surface that you're practicing on and the back of your neck, the bottom part of your neck, and really looking after that to make sure that you are not pressing into that bottom part of the neck. You really want to be supporting yourself there. So you can set blankets up, you can roll the mat over as we usually do. I'm not going to worry about it this morning. And just enough room for the head here. And of course you could come up into shoulder stand but not quite come up all the way. If you have a hard floor that you're practicing on and no blankets. So my shoulders are a couple of inches back from the edge of the blanket there. And then bring the legs up and over. I like to bring, oh, there's the block, bring my toes out to the side
interlace the hands behind my back so that I can get the elbows in and really lift up out of the back. And then bring my legs up. So gaze at the tip of your toes. And now from here, possibly bring the right toes down to the floor or wherever they land. Keep extending up through the left. Breath remains deep. Now, of course, you can be doing this against a wall, or if shoulder stand isn't available to you, you could just have a bolster underneath the hips and the legs straight up. You don't even need a wall for this. So a rolled up blanket, bolster, something underneath the hips, and just your burrito karate. Also a nice option if you're bleeding or about to bleed. So bring the right leg back up and then take the left leg down. And of course, if you've just got a bolster underneath the hips, then you'll stay in burrito karate just with the legs straight up. And now you can bring the right toes down towards the floor, behind your head. Enjoy a few breaths here. Breathe into the kidneys and belly. Could possibly bend the knees in either side of the ears. Perhaps bring the hands to the ankles and feet. And then nice and slowly start to roll out. I like to keep my legs straight with the thighs in towards the rib cage so I can adjust my spine as I roll out, lengthening the vertebra. And the slower you do it, you can kind of hear a little crack, 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 crack as you lengthen right throughout the spine. It's quite nice. And you can, if you're on blankets, just wriggle back. If not, just come straight down. Enjoy your breath. Possibly just bend your knees, press your feet down, and lift your hips. Engaging your back for just a couple of breaths.
Come down, roll to one side and press yourself up. Move your blankets off, unless you would like a blanket underneath your hips for coming to seated postures. So we're going to come back into this sequence that we've been working with right throughout the week, at least in my classes, because it's so beautiful and it just gives such a beautiful shift. Okay, so we're going to take the left leg out in front. I'm going to get my timer ready. So we're going to go 3 minutes, we'll go 2 minutes today. So a left leg out, move the flesh away from your sit bones. Inhale, extend up through your arms, moving it out with the breath. So inhale up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, extend, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, back up. Exhale, extend forward, come down. Inhale up. And exhale, extend, and come down. So you may be grabbing hold of the foot, you may just be working with the shin, and even in this first posture that we're going into, you can still have the left hand to the side and kind of lift the left ribs up to make them more evenly placed over the front leg. So you'll tend to have the right ribs lifted more than the left, and by pressing the left hand down and lifting the left ribs, then they are able to kind of rest over the thigh evenly rather than one side lower than the other. And of course, enjoy your breath here. You could be working with an extended exhale in this pose. So if 1-to-1 ratio of breath, maybe 4 counts, you could now be working with a count of 6. Is, if you'd like something more than that, start to lengthen the exhale. But of course, and especially in a class where we're working on, with this intention, with the nervous system and the adrenals, lengthen make sure the breath is steady and even, so there is no strain in the breath whatsoever. But if you can comfortably do so, please begin to lengthen the exhale. Okay, now from here, simply shift up, take your left leg out to the left and bring your right foot in a little closer to the groin so that the heel is pointing up towards you. And bring your left hand to the inside of the left leg and either press the whole hand or the forearm into the floor, possibly press the elbow into the thigh, twist to the right, roll your right hips back, breathe. Let the breath take you deeper. Explore where you can open. Possibly bring the right arm up, behind your head, lean back, keep pointing the right elbow up towards the sky.
Okay, gently let the top arm come down.
Press back up and turn your body to face over the extended legs. So you can use the hands either side of the left leg. Lift up through your chest, big inhale, and as you exhale, fold over. And again, this left hand out to the side. Inhale, lift the left ribs up. So you're taking almost a twist here and extend and fold over the legs. You can do that several times, or if you feel like after a while the body starts opening back up to the right, then you just press down through that left hand, lift the left ribs up, twist a little more deeply over the leg and breathe. Beautiful. Oh, I almost don't want to come out. Come back up. It's so good after a week of working with this sequence. This is the thing, we don't do the same sequence every class, but at least in my classes, the theme and the general kind of focus of the sequence carries over. And so hopefully we start, if we do a couple of classes throughout the week, we start to really drop into quite a deep experience of how that group of postures and how that group of, or how the kind of immersion into that particular thing can bring about a shift in a particular direction with a particular intention. And so let's go on to the other side. We'll bring the right leg out and bend the left leg against the right thigh. And just move the flesh of your right sit bone away, so it's effectively that inner spiral there. Inhale, reach your arms up, and as you exhale, extend and fold. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, extend and fold. Inhale. Exhale. Good, now wherever you're working, you don't have to grab the foot. You could be holding onto the shin. Right hand out to the side, press down, twist a little bit as you then extend over the leg a little deeper. Now breathe. Remember, you could be working with an extended exhale here, but the priority is the quality of your breath, breathing into your belly and into the space around the kidneys and the adrenals.
Shift back up. Notice how each side is different. Bring your right leg now out to the right. Bring your left heel in. And now bring the right arm to the inside. You can either press the floor away to help you twist, or press the forearm in and the elbow against the thigh. No need to rush into it, so we can spend a few breaths here, just using the fingertips on the ribs to remind ourselves to twist open to the left. And then possibly bring the arm up, place it just behind the head. Your intention here is to maintain the elbow pointing towards the ceiling rather than bringing it down. And down. Bring the hands either side over either side of the legs. Press down through the right leg. I've said it in every class, but I learned so much about the effects of this posture while I'm trying to teach it at the same time. Because, yeah. Let's bring the right hand down, press down. You can see how it changes how to feel. Inhale, lift up and extend down. So we can keep pressing this right hand down to lift the right side of the ribs up and even it out as you fold over your right leg. And I hope you guys feel what I'm feeling. Okay. Shift back up. All right. Now take the legs wide. So Upavista Konasana. Keep the toes up. And then from here, bring the arms out. Inhale, lift the chest. Keep extending out through the feet and start to lengthen forward. So just keep walking the arms forward and try to keep the armpits lifted. So for many of us, that might mean that we're here and it's working there. So we want to, rather than just rounding and ended up kind of really shortening the front, prioritize lengthening through the front body as you come down. Elbows out a little bit to the side here can be helpful. You may find over the course of the 2 minutes you can come down a little deeper. Maybe come down onto the forearms. And gently come up. Grab underneath your knees, bring your feet in. Legs out in front. Last one. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, extend and fold. Wherever you land, you don't have to touch the toes. But wherever you're working, try and keep lifting up out of the belly, lengthening through the side waist. Keep your diaphragmatic breathing going, possibly an extension of the exhale. And enjoy your breath. Have the intention to take pleasure from being in your body, feeling your body, tension and all. And gently make your way up. Now lay down. Shavasana, go about 5 minutes in Shavasana and we'll get up and we'll sit for just a couple of minutes together before we finish. So please make yourself comfortable. Take what you need. High pillows, scarves, sweaty tea towels, cover your eyes. Get comfortable.
Your toes flat to the side, palms face up. Let the earth hold you. Please begin to bring a little bit of movement back into your body. Stretch your arms and legs or hug them to the chest, whatever feels right for you this morning. Roll to one side. And gently make your way up. Nice and tall. Settle on your body, your new body. Take up space in your physical body. And occupy that space with a sense of curiosity into the ways that it feels different to how it did an hour and a half ago. Feel the prana is moving in different ways, in different places. The quality and vibration of that prana has shifted. Continue to breathe into the belly, kidneys. The intention to take pleasure in whatever you are feeling in your body. Now gently bring your hands together. Lift out through the front of your body. Bow your head to your heart. A deep breath in. A long breath out. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to all beings. Thank you.